In this video, I'm going to talk about the CREP principles in course design. CREP principles were introduced in Robin Williams' book, The Non-Designer's Design Book. We may not be graphic designers to know all the techniques and tricks for designing visually appealing content pages, but knowing these CREP principles really helps us improve our page design as well as the structure of our courses. These principles are contrast, repetition, alignment, and proximity. The acronym doesn't sound all that good, but it is quite memorable. If you do not apply these principles, your design may become very crappy. These four principles are quite well known for both designers and non-designers. They can also be used in course design, and I'm going to explain what these principles are and how they can be used in course design. First, let's look at contrast. If there are some content hierarchies in your text, make sure you have some contrast to set things apart, to give emphasis or bring closure to a chunk of content. For instance, set the font differently for titles, subtitles, and the regular paragraphs, instead of allowing every word or graphic to look the same. In this example, you can tell that there is contrast between the subheadings such as the objectives and assignments and the regular text under them. Imagine what the text would have looked like without good contrast. It would be very difficult to read. Repetition. In your course, once you started a pattern, try to stick to it. Use the same pattern that students have become comfortable with. Do not use one pattern one week and another pattern another week. That would cause a lot of anxiety and confusion. In this example, you will see that both modules follow the same pattern. Both started with an overview, followed by a series of lectures, and then there is an assignment activity in MyMathLab, and both conclude with a quiz. Students having learned the pattern early on in the semester will not have a lot of anxiety figuring out what to expect in the following modules. In terms of alignment, make sure your text or items are not arranged haphazardly. Align them so that they do not look jarring to the eyes. This is an example in which everything is aligned to the left. Bullet points are used to list items. It is fairly easy to read. You can also use alignment methods to indicate how content relate to each other. For instance, in this module, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3 are all indented once to show they are similar in nature. They are all mini lectures. MyMathLab for module 1 is indented under assignment, showing that MyMathLab goes under assignment. Alignment here is arranged in a way to show relationships between items. Proximity means that you put similar content together to make sure that content does not get disconnected with each other. Avoid what you see on the left, in which everything is poorly related to each other. Arrange things to make sure that similar ones are together for a more coherent learning experience. Here is a good example. As you can see, all modules related to jazz goes under the jazz unit. Or country or rock music related content go under their respective units. That's an application of the proximity principle in modular design. To sum up, the CREP principles are contrast, repetition, alignment, and proximity. These principles can be applied to the design of your documents as well as the structuring of your content items in the module or entire course. Try reviewing your content items and your course With these principles in mind, see what you can do to improve them. That's all for this presentation. Feel free to let me know if you have any questions. Thank you very much for watching.